Okay, after this is done, I have to go to a wake right quick for a few minutes. So I'll leave you in the car with the car running. I'm not gonna be there long either.
All right.
My name is Tamahl Rahaman. I was born on October 13th, 1987 in Biloxi, Mississippi.
My childhood has been a blur. I don't know much of what any idea what went down. No. My childhood has been a blur.
My childhood is a blur. My mom and dad divorced when I was a year old. I know some of the details of why they split up, but that's not what my film's about. It all starts when I was 7 years old. That's when my mom married Jimmy. I don't remember much of what happened, but all I do remember is being confused. It was all like, who was I? Who was he? Was he just some guy who married my mom? Was he my dad? You know, now I'm 16 years old, and I still don't know what I think, but I'm thinking that maybe it's time to figure this all out.
Do you know what my film's about?
Not really. I guess it's a film on our family activities.
Kind of. It's more about our relationship. Since I kind of first met you and to where we are now, just kind of our growth together.
I met you when your mom was graduating from X-ray school at Long Island College Hospital. I remember walking and talking with you, going up Court Street when I think you were about 5 years old. I would say you were pretty shy. You were very athletic, very smart.
I'm the oldest of 6 kids. There's Matthew, Jimmy's first son. There's Elijah and the triplets, my half-brothers and sister, and then there's me. I'm the only one in the family who isn't biologically connected to Jimmy, and it's always made me feel like an outsider.
I think you and Jimmy got along very well. He supported you in anything and everything you did. And I do remember that it came from you sincerely. You called him Dad. And like I remember I never encouraged you to call him Dad. I never told you that you should call him Dad. I never asked you if you would ever want to call him Dad. It's just something that came out of you.
Look, there are 3 sides to every story. There's the truth, there's her truth, and now here's mine. I've dreamt that as a child I used to not really want to. Like when I first met him, I didn't want to acknowledge the fact that he was my new stepfather or my new father. And for a while I didn't want to call him Dad.
Really? So you think that I may have encouraged you to call him Dad?
Not necessarily, just you may have said, this is your new father, and this is what you should do, but left it at that.
No, I never said that.
Did I choose to call him Dad? Who knows? But this much is true. Between work and the family, Jimmy and I didn't have a lot of quality time together. The only way we ever got to talk to each other was when we were driving around in the car alone. Little by little, I got used to him. But then, he was gone. Something happened right after the triplets were born. I don't know what went down, but it automatically took my mom's side.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I'm a straight shooter, bro.
It's like all I knew was that you and Mom were arguing a lot, and I never knew what it was about or anything.
Well, we used to argue. See, maybe this is too delicate for you, but we argued a lot, and it was my fault. See, one thing I do admit, that I'm never right about everything, okay? The lifestyle that I was living when me and your mom was married was probably one of a single person. I mean, not that I ran the streets with different women and stuff, it's just that I spent a lot of time when I got off with, the fellas from the job. We used to drink, and do our thing, and your moms didn't approve of that.
1 year later, Jimmy came back. But by then, I was a different kid. I had my own style, my own ideas. He was nothing for my family at all, especially Jimmy. He was so far away from my heart that it was like he never really came home.
When you were younger, the 6 years that we were together, I never had to discipline you because we had such a wonderful relationship. If I would say to you, Tamahl, please don't do this, and give you an explanation, you wouldn't do it. You were just a very well-mannered young man who took instruction very well, who only needed to be scolded once, and that was it. I never had trouble with you in school. I never had trouble with you at home. I never really had trouble with you. And so when Jimmy and I got together, it was still that way. It didn't start happening till you got into middle school.
But that was then. Things have changed. Well, some things have changed. So how would you describe our relationship as it grew, as it changed? As
a family?
Well, between me and you.
Well, I would describe our relationship as I think you do respect me. I would like to say that you love me, but you can only say that. I mean, I love you.
You think I love him?
Do I think you love him?
And my mom always said that Jimmy loved me. But hearing him say it made a big difference. I wish I could say that changes things, but I can't. And I wish I could say that makes me feel better, but it doesn't. I know that I'm still searching for myself, and I'm still trying to figure this all out. Like my mom said, things take time. Maybe. With time.
So what do you think we've come? Do you think we've come far?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think our relationship could be a little closer. But, you know, like I said before, some things sons feel a little bit closer to their moms with than they do with dad, you know.
Right.